Hello and thank you for joining me. Today we are building the USS Zumwalt, one of the most distinctive and technology advanced warships ever to enter service. This impressive destroyer will become the next addition to my USS Carrier Strike Group diorama, where the USS Gerald R has already taken her place. The kit has a small amount of flesh along the underside of the hull, so the first step is to carefully remove it with a hobby knife. Cleaning up the flesh now helps the part fit together cleanly, because every gap I element here is one less seam to fill later, and if I can avoid using putty, it's already a good day. Well, so much for avoiding putty. There was still a small gap left between the two halves, so I'm filling it with a bit of putty. Once it's dry, the seams will be sanded smooth. What I conveniently hide from you, but you can still spot on by the black paint, is that one layer of putty is usually not enough. A coat of black primer is a great way to reveal any remaining imperfections, making the tiny gaps and low spots much easier to see. From there it's back to applying more putty, sanding it smooth and checking everything again with another coat of primer. Then you simply repeat the process until you are satisfied, or if you're like me, until you've convinced yourself that the last tiny flaw adds character. This giant decal was an absolute nightmare to apply. Instead of being held together by a single carrier film, all of the individual markings are separate, so everything started shifting the moment it touched the surface. Keeping it even remotely straight took far more patience than I expected, and as you can probably see, I still didn't quite manage it. If I were to build this kit again, I'd skip this decal altogether. My recommendation would be to mask the markings and spray them with an airbrush instead. It takes a little bit more preparation, but the final result is well worth the effort. And if you got any tips for dealing with decals like this, I'd love to hear them. Leave a comment below and let me know how to handle these oversized multi-part decals. I'm always happy to learn a new trick for the next build. And of course, if you're enjoying this build and you like to watch a pair of slightly clumsy hands tackle more scale model projects, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Your support really helps the channel and lets me keep bringing these builds to you. After applying a coat of gloss varnish and let it cure for at least 24 hours, it's finally time to cover the whole body, hull, with some dirty liquid. Of course, an enema wash. Come on, I know where your mind just went. Once the wash has had a few minutes to settle into all the recessed details, the excess is removed with a makeup sponge that I may or may have not borrowed from my wife. Somehow removing dirty liquid from a body with a makeup sponge sounds even worse when you say it out loud, I have to say. Whether it's completely realistic or not, you already know I like my models to look a little bit dirty, so I'm adding a few touches of oil paint here and blend them in with a stippling brush. It might be a bit more weathering than the real ship would ever see, but to me it simply makes the finished model look more interesting and gives it a bit more character. Well, as the ladies like to say, that was over pretty quickly. Ships in 1:700 scale really do come together surprisingly fast, and with that, here's the finished result. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Until next time, happy building!